This is going to be a general. Just 1 second. This is going to be a general video, which means not everything in this video will resonate with everybody who watches it. Some things may resonate with you more or less at another point in your ascension journey as well. Let me just get... Okay. Whew. So there's a very cute message coming in today. A very sweet and hopefully healing, beneficial message for you. If you've been drawn to this video, if this video has found you, then you at this time are being assisted by or working with water spirits. And the water spirits have a message for you. Let me just get a candle going real quick. I am a oracle, a medium, a seer, and a quantum healer, which means you may sense, see, or feel me moving energy, shifting energy, cleansing, and transmuting energy as we work. I may also use sound healing. Yeah, so fairies and water spirits and like elementals love bells as well. I'm being drawn to share with you. So this came in this morning with a very cute, let me just raise you up. And thank you everyone who clicks like, shares, and subscribes, because it helps this channel by bouncing out these messages to get to more members of the collective so we can rise together. So this channel came in with some writing, quite a bit of writing about these water spirits that are working with you at the moment. It also came through with a song, a really beautiful song. Which is by Beautiful Chorus, which is like this amazing group of like really awakened beings who make music that is also meditation, that is also mantra. And the song that came in from the water spirits for you, dear collective, was, darling, darling, you're beautiful, gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. The sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, darling, darling, you gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. So this beautiful message is from the water spirits that are working directly with you. You may be connected to water. You may have always felt a strong connection to water. You may have water in some significant placements. It doesn't feel quite straight. Why does it keep doing that? 1 sec. Do you see that? Do you see it? Okay. What if I... Wasn't doing this yesterday, y'all. Okay, so You are connected to water. Water spirits are connected to you. Water spirits are protecting you, are guiding you, are part of this part of your ascension journey, wherever you find yourself, right? Oh, okay. Darling, darling, you're beautiful. Gotta keep your head up. Yeah, so this message is for you. You may also be receiving a lot of messages in clear audience space. You may be receiving messages from these water spirits or these water beings through song when you walk into a particular place. I'm also a Reiki worker, so throughout this reading, I will most probably activate my meridians of my special unique hands, as well as my entire vessel to work with energy. That's what this space really is. So if you feel any sensations come up, allow them to rise and fall, allow them to move through you like water through a river. I personally have been working with the element of water for many months now, and it feels like a very special message to come through. The other part of that song that I channeled, or that I could hear the water spirit singing to me to sing to you, was darling, darling, remember things will get much better. Darling, darling, you can make it through the stormy weather. Darling, darling, please don't ever give up. Darling, darling, you gotta keep your head up. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ooh, ooh. So this is frequency work we're also doing, and opening up the space to all of the right people to receive this message, yeah? Because that's also important. Whoop! As we're working with watery elements here. Okay, so I'm going to read you the downloaded message that came through. I hope you can hear me. I'll put this back on. I was drawn to put on 528 hertz, which is the frequency of the tree of life. So that might be significant. Some of you might be working with the tree of life at this time. There's also a lot of Thor energy in the collective. Okay, please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Water spirits have a message for you. Hold on, is that too close? Are there any Virgos in the house? Because I be feeling like finicky as... Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for everything that you are. We must remember that the water is emotions. The water is intuition. The water is moon card energy. So any of you that have been working with the moon energy or have water placements in your moon placement is watery, then this will be particularly powerful and potent, a message for you. And this is like, there's a big sense and a big feeling of like calm, very calm, serene, loving energy that is coming forward with this message. Water spirits have a message for you. They are pouring pure, crystalline spring water into your energetic field. I'm just moving into the channel, yeah, so I will be pulling some cards, but just please open up your heart space, open up your mind, let go of the consciousness connected to the 3D reality, and let's dive in together into the quantum space. As they do this, as they pour crystalline spring water into your energetic field, they are setting precious protection spells and light codes of affirmation. You may have been feeling or sensing this, particularly when you are around the element of water, maybe even when you're drinking water, maybe even just when you're having a bath or a shower. But particularly if you are feeling at the moment drawn to bodies of natural water, such as the ocean, lakes, rivers, streams, and brooks. Well, these are all spaces where you are being called because these water spirits are working directly with you. Um, and the affirmation, I feel like the affirmations coming from the water spirits is also very, very powerful. Many of them have ancient coding within them. The water is expansion. The water is moving. The water can move beyond realms. The water can be both solid and fluid. The water can be both soft and hard. This is part of the lessons and the teachings of the water that you are moving through and working with at the moment in your spiritual ascension. Many of you met these same water spirits when you were younger or in a lucid state of awareness in the past. Some of you were assisted since birth by these water spirits. The divine has requested that this replenishing and purification process takes place at this time whenever you experience or see this video here in this space. But many of you have been receiving clear messages, inclinations, feeling drawn to the water, just feeling like being near the water is such a soothing, calming thing for you at this point in your journey. But also we did have a message here that many of you have been assisted by these beautiful, benevolent, peaceful, loving water spirits. Because that's the kind of work that I'm doing here, right? That we're doing here. This is a sign and an act of gratitude and acknowledgement for all the ways you contribute to the collective's healing, as water is so healing, particularly when it comes to turbulent times, turbulent emotions, and turbulent times that bring up deep, deep emotions. This vibrational, the vibrational output that you give out is in resonance with that of love and unity. Also, lessons of the water, the way that all the rivers run to sea, the way that all of the different streams and rivers are like veins, and I've said this before, are like veins that all run to the heart, to the center. Adaptability, I also heard, and many of you also have auras that reflect and connect into bodies of water, and many of you, your auras actually transform and change and slightly shift in their pearlescence, in their beauty, in their color, in their hue, in their vibrational frequency when you are close to or connecting into water. So the way that they were coming through, these water spirits, which really felt like some of them are water spirits, some of you are working with elemental water beings that are connected to ancient waterways and ancient intuitive knowledge, including moon magic, including specifically watery elements of magic, or magic that is enhanced and works through the mode of water. So the way that these kind of water fairies were coming through were blue and green winged, wide-eyed, playful and coy at the same time, and sometimes sensitive to sunlight. They speak to you through, this is really beautiful. One message is that they speak to you through driftwood. So that these water spirits, these water fairies, are sending you messages in the shape of driftwood. If you've recently found driftwood on the beach or on a river or any body of water, if you found a piece of wood or glass or stone that has been carved by the water, slowly shaped and carved by the water, and you picked it up and it looked like something. Right now I'm seeing a seahorse, and then that just transformed into a unicorn, and then into a pony, and then into a butterfly. One is very clearly the shape of a mermaid. So I'm seeing all this driftwood in different shapes, and they are sending you messages via the shapes in the driftwood. I think that's kind of cute. I think that's pretty sweet. They have a shimmering quality to them as they move. Some may experience these elemental fairies, these water spirits, as flickering or double exposure in films or photos. These beings are fluid in nature and remind humans to go with the flow of existence and non-existence. If you found this video, if you're resonating with this, you are so connected to the element of water. You are so in tune with the divine flow of life, which is very much connected to the teachings of water and these water spirits that are coming to work with you at these vital moments, these important moments in your journey, in your awakening, in your expansion of consciousness, where the element of water is coming in to hold and balance your emotions as you move through the exploration of the mind, of the subconscious, of the quantum world, of the quantum realm, of the connection between the divine, between the ether and this earthly plane that we share. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. And if any of this information feels like you're worried you're not going to hold on to it, you're welcome to take notes, or what might work for you better is that when you hear me describe something, you create that picture inside of your mind, inside of your consciousness, and put an intention of holding that information there. Interesting that they wanted me to share that. Darling, darling, you're beautiful. Gotta keep your head up. That's about keeping your head above water. But it's also about holding your head up in pride and never being ashamed of the depth of emotion, the depth of feeling, the depth of love, the depth of sorrow, the depth of all of the shades, all of the spectrum of feeling that you can experience and do and have experienced. You must never hold shame around that. You must hold your head up. And that is also definitely coming through, connected to the idea of holding your head above water, above the rising tides. Many of you do have a sense that in your life there is a rising tide. They can use waterways to teleport through space and time, coming to you when you are open-hearted and feeling. So in order for you to receive these messages from these water spirits, these elementals, these water fairies that are particularly connected to natural bodies of water, but also exist within water themselves, because they are such fluid beings, because they are so, there are some beings that really have this way of flowing between realms, between realities, between dimensions. And that is because of, specifically for water, let's just open up, just let go of any of the 3D trappings that are holding or blocking you from receiving this message. Thank you for all of the emotions that you hold, for all of the feelings that you've ever felt, all of the feelings you ever could feel. Let's be thankful for all of that water within inside you. So in order for you to receive these messages and the clear guidance and allow the energetic assistance of these water beings, of these water spirits, you must remain open-hearted and feeling. You must stay in touch with your feelings. in order to be able to be like the water and flow. And flow. Flow with everything that life brings to you. Flow with everything that your physical vessel brings to you. Flow with everything that the different dynamics and emotions and outside influences bring to you, to be able to flow with that and not resist. Do not fight. Do not sorry, I just got like a wall, like a big wave. Oh, oh. Some of you have definitely had past lives in the water. Some of you have definitely lived past lives as sailors, fishermen, lighthouse keepers. Some of you have definitely had other lives where you have left this realm via the water. So this may also be part of that would definitely be a blockage for you for receiving divine guidance, message, healing, and these protective codes, this protective pure crystalline spring water that is being poured into your energetic field. In order to properly receive and work with that water, with that deep emotion, with that moon energy, you must remain feeling. You must continue to feel your feelings, even when it's painful, even when it's hard, even when it's too much. You know, obviously doing self-care, obviously taking care of the vessel, obviously taking things at your own divine pace that is connected to your intuition, your connection with the divine. You may be connected to water in your consciousness and or your physical existence. Some of you may actually work with water. Some of you may have a job where you have to touch, feel, sense, or be around water all the time. That's not by accident. You haven't just ended up there. That's spirit and your higher self placing you there. Beautiful. Okay. Is there anything else in the scribing? I just want to repeat that they have a shimmering quality about them. Okay, all right. This is the other thing, is that they're seen by most animals. So if you have a pet, if you have an animal around you, and you notice this animal like moving towards something near the water, or barking at or playing with something near the water that doesn't appear to be there, it is these water spirits speaking to you through them. This can also obviously be animals in the wild, quote unquote, in the wild. Of this physical realm, this physical dimension, but often animals will start playing with them. There's something else important. Something about that shimmering, something about that double exposure is metaphoric also for your own connection to your feelings, to your emotions, to the depth of everything you can be, everything you have been, everything you were, everything you will be, blah, blah, blah. All of that is connected through these kind of rivers and streams of the emotions, of the depth of the inner ocean. Okay, that was the scribing done. And let's move into some cards. Codes of harmony. Well, you can refer to me as harmony in this space if you would like. This space is codes of harmony. I'm a bringer and carrier of many codes in many forms, as many of you are. I'm just going to light some incense. There's definitely a nurturing quality. You know, like when you are feeling a blockage, when you are feeling resistant, when you are feeling helpless in a certain situation, these water spirits are coming to you, are coming to work with you. And again, if you have any significant water placements in your chart, they are directly working with those water placements within your birth chart. Thank you for everything that you are. For those with heartache, for those with heart pain, for those with restrictions and some storm of some volcanic resistance to what is happening in your existence, we now call in these water spirits to help you move fluidly through whatever is challenging you at this time. May you be connected to the water. May you be thankful for the water within and the water without. May you be able to hear, sense, see, and feel everything you need to be able to flow with the river of time. And remember that all rivers have two sides. Wow, okay. Please give me clear divine guidance. And thank you for clicking like, sharing, and subscribing so it bounces out these messages to get to more members of the collective. Let's get some cards on these messages from Water Spirit specifically for you. June Companions, number 34. And there are 4 dragonflies and 2 stunning butterflies in this particular card. June could be important. You may have been born in June. You may be connected to somebody. You may have had something happen in June. Yep, for many of you, you had something very important and significant take place in June. They're telling me that the thing that took place in June for many of you was about, and this is last June, was about pushing you out of complacency and moving you further along your divine path, connecting you further with your North Star and allowing you to be adaptable and flow like the water. I know that a lot of you, I can sense and feel a lot of you have traumatic scars that were reopened and reawakened around whatever this brings in for you. If it didn't happen in June, if it's not about June, it may be a situation where a butterfly or a dragonfly made itself present. Please give me please give me clear divine guidance and most beneficial for everyone involved. I'm also interested in obviously like doing months and months of work with the element of water. You know, is definitely connected to the heart chakra. And on the 1111 portal, I have this massive channeling come through around the Romeo and Juliet frequency. This like big download around this specific frequency that I was tapping into in the quantum realm, that obviously plays out and is part of this realm and vice versa. And I was thinking about it this morning, and it occurred to me that 1111 is like the 1111 card. So the 4 of Wands in tarot, you'll recognize it as the one that has like 4 wands in the ground, generally speaking. And there are 2 people celebrating. Often they will be dressed like they've just been married or they're about to be married. So people talk about that card as the divine union card, sacred union, divine love, or celebration of love. And that obviously can be beyond romantic love. That can also be love in community, love in family, love between deep friendships, platonic friends. But generally there is also a connotation connected to the heart space, connected to water via the 1111 cards. And so I just thought that was interesting that on the 1111 portal that there, I felt and sensed a lot of love and heart chakra activation within the collective. Whew. Okay. 50. Sorry, did I say 54 before? This is 34. I don't know if I said that. And then we have invoking the infinite. Wow, this card. And also, excuse my nails. I garden a lot. Like I'm in the garden or like in the river a bit. I'm gonna have to do something about it soon. I know. Invoking the infinite. I think I just heard a tree fall down. I swear I just heard a tree fall down. I'll report back on that later. Um, so there's definitely hand activations. As I said before, I'm a Reiki worker, an energy worker. Lots of you have hidden talents within your hands, and this is being highlighted through this message, clearing the throat chakra. Lots of you have activations within your hands, and this message is being brought to you via the water spirits, because when you touch and engage with water, you are creating magic. You are bridging realms. You are touching the mirror surface. You are breaking through that mirror surface and reaching into divinity. The color purple is important, as well as magenta. Magenta is actually, all colors hold different frequencies. For a lot of you, working with binaural beats will be important and helpful at this time, particularly ones that have audio recordings or sounds of underwater creatures like whales, dolphins. And a lot of you have a natural ability and talent for Reiki that you have not yet tapped into. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. What are some other messages from the water spirits for the collective? I just saw a blue butterfly fly by my window. The cicadas are so loud today, and the sound of the river moving with the cicadas at the same time is so like alive and so full of hope and promise and honoring of the cycles of life. That is another big teaching of water, is honoring the cycles of life, honoring the tides, honoring the seasons. This has been coming up a lot in the channeling lately here at Codes of Harmony. Hex, I always struggle to say this one. Hexahedron. These working with sacred geometry and different shapes is also going to be beneficial. Some of you are seeing shapes in the water. I also just saw somebody scribing in smoke, so you also can have the ability to read words, shapes, and patterns in smoke. Smoke is interesting coming in the context of these water spirits, because you could look at it like a type of connected to a type of vapor. There's like just waves and waves of energy moving in and out of the shore. The earth grid. A lot of you are grid workers. If you don't know what a grid worker is, I highly encourage you to look into what a grid worker is. You absolutely are doing grid work, but they're saying to me that these water spirits are working with you specifically through the waterways of the grid of Gaia. Okay, let's get some clarification on June companions invoking the infinite. I'm gonna have to keep saying this now. Hexadrion. That'd be annoying so many people. And earth grids. Hexadrion. hexadedron. Give us some clarification messages from the water spirits for the collective. And you know, when you learn to flow like water, when you finally embrace and surrender to the flow of life, everything becomes so much easier. Like everything. And I know that might, if you have not come to that place in your journey yet, that may sound, oh yeah, and the flower of life. The flower of life is a very significant symbol at this time. Back with the 528 hertz, which is the vibration of the tree of life. Thank you for everything that you are. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being open to the messages of the water spirit. Okay, so June Companion has been clarified by the Judgment card. Interesting combination. Just give me a second. Let me just tune in. Return to the tree of life and water it with your love. Return to the tree of life and offer the Norns a glass of water to drink. Return to the umbilical cord that once linked you to your mother and your mother's mother and your mother's mother's mother. Understand that you are part of the divine flow of life itself. That you can move like the water spirits through the planes of existence, through the multi-dimensional realms of existence and non-existence. Being in touch with your heart space, with your heart center, is both a softening of vulnerability as well as a fierce, fierce strength. Many of you are learning this and showing that and proving it to others in your physical reality. The Judgment card also speaks of being viewed by the divine. The Judgment cord, interesting. Some of you need to do some cord cutting. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Some light languages coming through, some light language. Don't try and if you have not experienced light language before, these are codes and language from ancient languages of the stars. They are saying that this coding will help you embrace the depths of your own heart space. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ihai, taroko, taroko, toko, toro, toko, ikiara, toke. Nyera, ngioro, ki. Ai, haro, loroi. Check, 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 check. The wings of a hummingbird move so fast. Your heart beats so fast, so fast, so fast. And ancient ones before you planted water lilies to grow. Be open, open up your heart space. Open, cru, 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 cru. Open, cru. Remember when you were a child and you first saw the ocean. So blue and so big, laying beneath the sky. Allow your consciousness to expand. And all the parts of you that you have segmented off, all the parts of you that you have compartmentalized are connected by rivers, are connected by veins that all run to the heart. We have the presence of Venusian energy with us today. Goddesses of Venus. There's also Atlantean priests and priestesses present. Keep breathing, yeah, keep breathing. May your heart remain light, dear alchemist. And allow all that has been painful, all that has anchored you in parts of the river and parts of the ocean that you no longer wish to be. Your light heart is so buoyant that it rises you to the surface. And there you were held in the arms of every being that has cried a tear before. I even those in the stars who look down upon you. I can and speak to you through the water. And Mother Moon, as she sways the tides. Thank you for being here with Codes of Harmony. Thank you for being open to the light language and the light codes that I bring here, that I carry, that I share with you. There are ports and jetties and beaches and islands within you that you never knew existed. Light language and light codes are connected to angelic frequencies. Angelic frequencies are connected to the moon. Angelic frequencies are connected to the water, as the water is divinely interwoven and connected to the moon. I feel you shifting and moving this painful stitch within. May I help? Let's remove this painful stitch in you. Reconnect you to the tree of life, to the flower of life, to the endless cords and reeds that hold up water lilies upon the surface of you and your heart. Oiko oro oik. Ah, ah, ah. Release, please. You are a sovereign being. Nobody has access or right to you. Nobody has entitlement to this sacred heart space. Thank you to the Venusians. Thank you to the beings of Venus and Atlantis that have come through and assisted. Thank you for the light codes and the light language that you have channeled through me. Thank you to the water spirits that have been here throughout this whole reading, holding space. Allow all tears to fall from you. Allow them to replenish the earth, to replenish your base, to replenish your core, to replenish the heart space that is so abundant and full of capacity to love. and grow and heal and hear the sound of the water spirits that work with you. So much love from Codes of Harmony. Thank you for seeking harmony both within and without, within you and in the world around us, within me, in the world that we share. Thank you for everything that you are. I really hope that this reading has been helpful, beneficial. I hope that the light language and light codes that you just received will integrate beautifully, harmoniously through your vessel, through your heart, through your soul. And don't forget that you are a grid worker. So if you're drawn to anywhere, particularly bodies of water, go there. Do your magic. So much love from Codes of Harmony.